Alright, welcome back to TransGuyReacts. My name is Nik. I make videos about women's basketball, collegiate or professional. Today I'm talking about the WNBA games for Tuesday, September 10th. And there were 3 games on today. But before I get into the games, there was one transaction. Queen Egbo was released from the Las Vegas Aces and then assigned immediately the same day to a second week contract, 7-day contract. That was yesterday. But today there were 3 games on, and I'm going to be completely honest, I did not watch them. Okay, I was doing other things and living my life. But I will like to share, what's the lowdown on the games. So the first game was the Minnesota Lynx versus the Atlanta Dream. And for the Dream, this kind of was a must-win game for them to stay in playoff contention. For the Lynx, they already clinched their positioning. They're just working on getting better positioning for the games. Also, there is news that Cheyenne Parker-Tyus officially is out for the remainder of the season with an ankle injury. But yeah, let's get into the actual box score. So the ending score was 76-64. Unfortunately, the Atlanta Dream did lose that game, so that's going to put them in a little bit of a pickle in terms of the status for the playoffs. But the Dream, box score wise, Ryan Howard had 14 points, 3 steals, 1 block. Naz Hillman had 7 points, 8 rebounds. Tina Charles had 13 points, 14 rebounds for a double-double, 1 block, 1 steal. Alicia Gray had 17 points, and Maya Caldwell had 7, and Jordan Canada had 6. But for the Lynx, just a much better outing for them. Bridget Carlton had 14 points, 2 steals, 1 block. Nafisa Collier had 14 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Alana Smith had 9 points, 6 rebounds. Kayla McBride had 15 points, 1 steal. Courtney Williams had 12 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Excuse me. And Maisha Hines-Allen had 6 points. A couple other people scored as well, but those were the main players. The second game of the evening was the New York Liberty versus the Dallas Wings. Again, I didn't watch this mainly because the Dallas Wings are eliminated from the playoffs, and the Liberty are clinched it already. So again, this is more about placement for Liberty and more for pride for Dallas. Just getting them reps in for players. So let me just go straight to that box score. So the New York Liberty did win this game 105-91. For the Dallas Wings, Satu Sabali had 9 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Natasha Howard had 21 points. Tyra McCowan had 11 points. Arike Gumbawale had 23 points. J.C. Sheldon had 10 points, 6 assists. Maddie Segrist had 10 points, 7 rebounds. And that's it. But that's a really good outing for JC and Maddie, actually. I'm pretty impressed by that. Looks like Kalani didn't play that much. For New York Liberty, Benijah Laney Hamilton had 10 points, 5 assists, but she was back in the game, which is good because she looked like she was injured in the last game. She had re-injured the knee that she had surgery on, but apparently she's fine. She was in this game. Brianna Stewart had 27 points. John Cole Jones had 19 points. She was in foul trouble, though. She had 5 fouls. Sabrina Nescu had 14 points, 11 assists for a double-double. Leonie Fibich had 16 points. And then a couple of other people had some points, but nothing too major there. And the last game of the evening was the Connecticut Sun versus the Los Angeles Sparks. Same thing with the situation like Dallas. They were eliminated from the playoffs, so this is more just about playing for pride and positioning for the Sun. Lasia Clarendon was still not back for mental health reasons, and at this point, since they're eliminated from the playoffs, I have to assume they are not coming back to the season. Hopefully they are okay and doing well with their family. Ari McDonald was questionable for this game, so I don't know if they played or not. So let's look at the box score. The Connecticut Sun did win this game very decidedly, 86-66, a 20-point lead against the Sparks. I did watch a little bit of this game, and the Sparks were actually up in the first quarter, but then totally fumbled the bag after that. And it's hard when you're eliminated from the playoffs. It's just tough right now. They've got a lot of injuries. So for the box score though, Rakia Jackson had 16 points, amazing for this rookie. She is so consistent, love her. Dearica Hamby had 12 points. She had 5 steals, which is amazing. Azrae Stevens had 10 points, 17 rebounds, which is wild. Ray Burrell, not Ray Burrell, sorry. Crystal Dangerfield had 11 points, and Zaya Cook had 7 points. They actually gave Zaya some time, so Zaya was cooking. If you give Zaya Cook some time, she will cook. But at this point, I'm like, why are you giving her time at the end of the season? She could have been cooking earlier. But anyway, for the Sun, kind of a quiet night for DeWanna Bonner. She only had 6 points. Had a little bit of foul trouble there. Had 4 fouls. Alyssa Thomas had 7 points, 12 assists, and 11 rebounds for a double-double. Brianna Jones had 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. Dejanay Carrington had 14 points. Really good night for her. She is on the edge of the foul trouble with 4 fouls. Marina Mabry had a monster night, 26 points. I think this might have been a career high for her in terms of points. She had a great night. And Livia Ness-Ndota had 8 points. So just a better outing overall for the Sun. And yeah, unfortunate for the Sparks. I mean, they're out. It's the Sparks and the Wings are out of contention for the playoffs. Right now, looking at the standings, let me just do a refresh on the standings. So there's one spot left, and that is the 8th spot. So it's Chicago, Atlanta, and Washington Mystics. Chicago has 13 wins. Atlanta has 12, and the Mystics have 11. So it's really, really close. It's going to go down to the wire. We have a few more games left, so we'll see in the next week where things shake out. So that's it for today. If you like these kind of quick recaps, please like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things that you do with social media, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.